Let me fill you in on something.
Our government has been lying to us for at least 79 years.
Yep, the mustache of judgment himself has just entered the UFO conversation, and he's claiming that the government gave him early access to the fourth tranche of UFO files released on war.gov, accompanied by a handwritten note from Donald Trump himself that simply said, "Have fun with this." But why did Dr. Phil suddenly decide to talk to his audience about UFO disclosure?
I'm talking to you about this to help you know how to wrap your mind around this. What do we say to ourselves? How do we deal with this? Psychologically, sociologically, spiritually, what does all of this mean?
And why in the world would the government reach out to a daytime TV staple of all people and hand him unreleased UFO documents? Also, was Dr. Phil really their first choice to prep the general public for the reality that we are not alone? Well, according to public intellectual Sam Harris, he wasn't. Because Sam claims that back in 2021, right before the first historical UAP report was published, a government representative contacted him and Eric Weinstein and requested their assistance with the forthcoming rollout of UFO disclosure.
Someone reached out to me and has assured me that, I'm going to be on a Zoom call with, former heads of, the CIA and Office of Naval Research and people, and they're concerned about the messaging around all of this to the public and dampening down panic and conspiracy theories. And
it's all about the messaging, but more specifically, it's all about controlling the messaging. They're looking for smart, well-spoken voices with massive platforms to serve as the middlemen between the government and the governed to ease the public into what Sam describes as
a disclosure that is, frankly, either the most alarming or the most interesting thing in the world, depending on how you take it.
Sam and Eric's audience is sharp, but pretty niche. But Dr. Phil's audience? His audience is mainstream America, the wide middle section of the bell curve, average Joes and Janes whose day-to-day lives never slowed down long enough for them to ponder the impact of finding out that humanity may not be at the top of the food chain after all. That's why they picked him. But here's the catch. If the government keeps dragging their feet on true transparency and they only release the bottom of the barrel stuff, they might lose Dr. Phil, just like they lost Sam Harris a few years ago.
What happened is the person kept, writing a check that he didn't cash. Like he kept saying, next week I'm going to put you on a Zoom call with people who you will recognize, and they're going to be, former heads of the CIA and people who just you're going to within 5 seconds of being on the Zoom call, you'll